how to replace the screen on an ACER ASPIRE 3232. First, you want to make sure you don't have it plugged in, and you want to remove the battery. Next, you want to remove the bezel screw covers. Don't lose those. Then remove the bezel screws. And place them in a place where you won't lose them. Now you can remove the bezel. Starting on the side, pull it loose, work your way around the top, put your fingers on the inside, on the screen side, and everything should pop loose pretty easily. When you get around to the bottom, these hinge covers are attached to the bezel permanently. So you want to make sure you get the bottom completely loose before you try taking it out, or else the hinge covers will break. Take the bezel off, place it to the side. Now you have several mounting screws. There are 3 on the side, 3 on this side. Now the screen is loose from these brackets. These brackets attach to the lid and to the hinges. So pull the screen forward. Note that the camera, the webcam cable, is on the back, is also attached to the cable that attaches to the video cable. It all attaches here. Lay the screen flat down on the keyboard. Carefully pull up the tape so it's loose, and then carefully pull away from you with this cable. Place it up here. Just take off the old screen, discard it, just give that to my dog to play with later. Take the new screen. It has a protective film on it. Leave that film on. If it doesn't have a protective film on it, put a towel or a cloth on your keyboard to protect the new screen. Now you take that video monitor cable and you carefully, very carefully, plug it in to the new screen. Didn't hear it snap, but I felt it click and it's in there, it's snug. You can pull on it lightly to see that it's not going to come back off. Now you press, if your tape that's on the cable is still has some adhesive, then you should be able to press it back down and tape it to it. If not, just use a piece of Scotch tape. Scotch, 3M. You don't have to use the brand, obviously. You just put it right there, right along the bottom. Now, you take your screen, at the same time keeping the tape to the side so you can access it, to take the protective film off. pop it in those lid brackets. Then you replace the 6 screws on the side. Make sure your holes are lined up. Now that the screen is attached to the lid bracket, you can replace the bezel. Remember, just reverse how you took it off. Put the hinge covers in first. Press along the bottom, then you go along the top, snap it in. And then you go along the sides. Feels like everything's nice and snug. Add your bezel screws. Add your bezel screw covers, which are just little black sticky pieces of tape, which I just lost down in the crack of my table. So I can get that out of there. Got it. These are really unnecessary, but so if you lose them, don't worry. All they do is cover up the screws so you don't see them. Screw covers back in place. Close the screen. Turn it over and make sure the bottom of the bezel's snapped in place. There, it's snapped in place. Replace the battery. Flip it back over. Boot it up. As soon as you see the screen work, then it worked. No big gash in the middle of it. It should be noted that I do not do this for a living, and I am a construction worker. I have some screwdrivers, and I don't want to pay somebody $200 to replace a screen that obviously took me 5 minutes or less to do. So I hope this helped you out, and good luck.